Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today and for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 24 projects coming out to you, 2 a week, all the way through until Christmas, and we're on to this one. Now, this was a request from my son, so my boys are very involved in what I do in my business, and I will say to them, right, this is the theme series I'm coming up with, what ideas have you got? And, you know, like every year I go, right, it's Pootles Advent Countdown time, what are you reckoning, what should we do? And they all unanimously went, big gift box for us, please, Mum, which is fair enough. I appreciate that. So I made a big gift box. Finishes up at 6 by 6 by 3 inches, which is 15 by 15 by 7.5 tall. So yeah, pretty big size. You can see there's my hand on it. Not a bad size, nice and deep. And it's got dogs and cats on it. And I have put a little kitty on the front, and I've made her look like Fauna, although Fauna's not in the office with me. Fauna is the Siamese. She's not in the office. Currently Berry is, who is a Bengal, and there's no way I could recreate that. And I thought this would amuse you. I don't know if you can see down here. Berry has been terribly helpful today, and she's been doing this on my grid paper. And she put a claw through it, but I thought I'm not wasting a sheet of that. So, okay. Right, for the base of your cardstock, you need a sheet that's 12 by 12 inches. If you work in metric, 30 by 30. This is Mossy Meadow. It's not a colour I use very often, but it's the green that's in the wreath around that little dog's neck. So you score this at 3 inches on all 4 sides, which is 7.5 centimetres on each side. And then your lid, and this is the Sweet Stockings, couldn't think what it was called then, Sweet Stockings Designer Series paper, exactly the same as this one, same paper pack, all the dogs and the cats, and the little bird on this one. This is 9 by 9 inches, 23 by 23 centimetres. I've just yanked my bracelet and broken it. Oh no, I haven't, I've got it fine. And you're going to score this one at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. But in order for the lid to sit snugly over the base cardstock, you need to move your paper away just a tiny little bit. So you're actually scoring it a shade under 1.5 inches, which is 4 centimetres. So you're scoring it about 3.8 centimetres, not 4. But you just adjust it very slightly, and then that will fit snugly. So let me move that out of the way and bring in this again. So yeah, Mossy Meadow, not a colour I use very often. Not a bad colour actually though. I think I forget to remember it because it actually features in the Neutrals collection rather than a core colour collection. So the neutrals are our greys and browns and tans, but we've also got Merry Merlot, Night of Navy and Mossy Meadow in there, those 3 colours. So like I say, I forget to remember to use it. So let's burnish up this one as well. And I'll show you on the base cardstock what you're going to do. And you just do exactly the same on the lid because, you know, that's a really busy pattern. Nobody's seeing that. Okay. So you cut straight on the rectangle and wedge into the square, just like that. Okay, and then you rotate and we'll repeat it all the way round. Okay, I have quite an exciting video coming on Wednesday. I think it's very exciting. And I hope you're all going to come and watch Wednesday's video. Because, yeah, it's been a long time coming. And I hope you're going to like it. So, I'm sure from those hints you can guess what the video will be about. But that's coming on Wednesday. I am yet to film it. I'm going to do that immediately after this. Okay, so that's my base cardstock. The lid I'm going to cut in exactly the same way, but like I say, that's a really busy pattern. And you won't be able to see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. You can see it afterwards, it's got the same wedge. Okay, and to be fair, I can barely see this too. So yes, Wednesday is the 1st of December. And I'm excited to share that video with you. I'm not going to say any more. So, okay, so who's got people in their lives that would appreciate cats and dogs and noisy phones, apparently? Would they like this paper? I like this paper. I think the paper's fabulous. Right. Oh no, my tearing tape's on the other side of the office. Because Oliver asked me to stick something. So let's just hope my seal plays today. Seal Plus is fantastic, but it likes the dark cardstock so much that it tears it. Okay, so I've put tape on there, or Seal Plus rather, and I'm just building the sides of the box up. So that's the box base done, and we're going to build the lid up in exactly the same way. I'm slightly anxious about our Christmas decorations this year. So Fauna is 10 months old now. And she's not experienced a Christmas before, but she's a very helpful kitty. And the other two joined me. They came to my house in the December of 2017. So the trees were already up. And other than that one year when Sorrel spent most of the year hiding in the tree, they are not interested in my Christmas decorations at all. They're just really not bothered. But Fauna loves everything. And it was Fauna and this project that made me use this ribbon. This is our metallic mesh ribbon. And as you can see, it's twisted very tightly. It's meant to actually be that wide, and you can bring it back out again. But little Fauna is the reason why it's not, because she kept stealing this and running around the house with it. She would just bring it to places to me. And so I have to keep this in a drawer, not on my ribbon rack. She actually now ignores all the other ribbons. But this one she absolutely is obsessed with. She's like, I've got to play with that, I've got to have that, I've got to play with it. And so when she's unravelled most of the reel, I just quickly wrap it back up again. But yeah, this is the thickness it will expand to there. But I've got to the point where I'm just like, I'll just get it back on the reel and shove it in the drawer. So I'm just going to fluff out this bit here. Oh, and that tail wants to wander up there. But yeah, little Fauna, I don't know what she's going to do with the trees. I don't know, because we have 4 full-size trees in our house. The lounge, the hall, the kitchen and the snug. It's just, given how much stuff she comes and acquires from my office to bring to me, and she actually will go in my bin. Whoops. She'll go in my bin. I can't show you, but just off camera, my bin is just to the left of me, and it's a full-size deep kitchen, you know, like a big literage bin. And yeah, she gets on my desk and she gets her head under the desk and into the bin and she brings me stuff. Right, I want to put a stocking on here. I did a stocking before. I want to put a stocking. And I do want to put a cat. I'm going to put another cat. So I'm just going to change my colours this time around. And you can cut the dog and I don't know, is that a hamster? A chipmunk or something like that? And all sorts of other bits as well. But I'm going to go with these two now, and I'm going to colour them with blends. Couldn't think what they were called, so I'm going to pick them both up at the same time. Grab my Memento, which I'll just throw around. And then I'm going to get my dies out. And there's a great big tag as well. Oh, that might be quite nice. Don't think I've got any cardstock spare there. Well, there's the 3 stockings. And little kitty's head. And I want the biggest one. And I'm going to tape these on with my washi. And apparently I inked somewhere on my thumbs. Just take some of the sticky off. So just line these up carefully. Take a few moments to do it. And then my little mini cut and emboss. And then I'm going to, I don't know if the cat is quite dry enough for me to colour, but you know, we'll have a bash. Possibly re-inked my memento the other day. Let's pop that over there. Let's put these away. Don't put it down, put it away. And let's get some ink. So I've got the greens going on. So what shade is that one? That's Mossy Meadow. That's a dark one. And I think what I might take is the light old olive and see what happens. So, and the thing with blends, and I've said this before, is that yes, you can blend with them and be, you know, extreme art person type with them, but you can also use them simply for colouring in. There are some remarkably talented demonstrators out there with some amazing videos and tutorials on how to use blends. No, I would not be one of those, and really not. And for me, I just want to colour in and have a bit of fun. Sometimes I don't necessarily want to go all out. So this, for me, this kind of colouring is just fun. And the thing with blends is because they're alcohol markers, I've said this before, it's almost like they're self-levelling. So they settle, and any child who was at school in the 80s in the UK, we all had those Berol markers, didn't we? And you coloured in with them, and they left stripes everywhere. She says as she's colouring stripy stockings. These, not so much the stripes. So, okay, shall I see if I can replicate fauna again? So I've got my bronze. So I'm just going to do the ears. So Siamese has points, so it's the paws, tail, ears, and usually the whole of the face, the nose, the eyes, and the mouth. And fauna's is, but I'm just going to do this bit. You know it's a Siamese straight away. So yeah, blends simply for colouring in. Right, what I want to do is I'm going to put a bit of Seal Plus on here. And I want the paws to just sit over the top of my stocking. So it's just sitting on the top. And then I'm going to get my, oh, that's just a little bit too long. That's probably a good length. The edge of some dimensionals, and I'm going to pick up both the cat's head and the stocking in one thing, and it just helps keep it together. And then that can sit on there. And then with a tag perhaps in similar colours with the person's name on it. And that's a good gift to go. And I'm sure, and I haven't shown it to the boys yet, why is that tail sticking up like that? I'm sure the boys will go, yeah, Mum, you met our brief. Yeah, does anybody else's children influence their crafting? Anyway, I hope you like it. And yeah, have a go at making them. They are good sized boxes. And even if you have something that isn't an exact fit for this is a bit smaller, you know, layers of tissue at the bottom and your gift nestled inside and then some tissue on the top. Just lovely. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.